Hello? 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 Can you hear me now? Yes, can you hear me? Still wait for you boys. Good morning, but still can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, yes, hear you. Okay. I think there are some issues with the OBS. I don't know why, but they have, I don't know what to say. But yeah, sometimes this type of technical error happens. That's why I always ask, can you hear me or not? I think now it's cool. Okay. So, Chatur, good morning. Hisam, hello, brother. You are new, Hisam, right? True technical. You're also new, I guess. Was you? Okay, I read your Hey, Utshuk. Who else is this? Sharada. How are you, man? I don't see your comment for a long time. Nish Rossi. No sound. Okay, I think you guys can hear me now. Hey, Daniel. Good morning. Vin. Good morning. Suzy One. Good morning, brother. Who else is over here? Yes, clear. Yes, I'm new. Okay. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our community, all of you guys. What I was saying, like after the holiday, it's really a good day to start the trading. I hope we'll all will be profitable today. It should be a good market today, expansion market. And also I didn't get the expansion overnight, so I think around the morning session should be a beautiful session. I hope so. Okay. However, congratulations to Spain. If there is anyone from Spain, congratulations for your winning 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup. Really, you played a well, and you well deserved that World Cup. No worries, man. Yes, I'm new here. Okay, True and Hisam, both of you are new over here. Welcome to our community, brother. Just focus on learning instead of copy my trade. Please, every single one of you, don't copy my trade. It's a request, okay? However, I really don't have enough time to explain the price. I mean, all of these greetings because of the time. So after 8 minutes, the market is going to open. The first thing I want to see the calendar. Okay, so I'm using the Forex Factory. You can use any other calendar, but I love to see the Forex Factory. And over here I can see this week I don't have any important news, so we are good to go. Every single day is an high probable day for us. After 9:30 to until 11:30, any kind of trade is an high probable trade to me. I don't have any issues with the news. And please don't forget to push the like button. If you didn't push the like button yet, make sure you have pushed the like button. That's all I am asking for. No money, nothing. You don't need to pay me anything, so you don't need to worry about them. Let's go to the weekly chart and make everything is gone over here. Okay. So this is the weekly chart for I have already done my weekly analysis. So I'm not going to cover the dollar index, ES, YM. Not I'm going to cover every single thing because you have to do your weekly analysis as well. I'm just going to cover this what is I mean the Nasdaq market. Okay. So from the weekly chart, I really didn't want to see this low to be taken because to me it seems like a market structure shift. The good thing is it doesn't have any sort of fair value gap over here. So still now maybe this market will go higher. Okay, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it will go higher, but when this low is taken, it's a low probability to me to think that this market is going to go higher for the new all-time high again. It can be, but I'll talk about that when I'll be in daily chart. Right now, I'm watching this week quadrant level. If any of them start to respect, so I'm just going to remove this standard level. Not the standard level, actually the quadrant level. Okay, here it can start to respect any of this quadrant level and start to fall for the long term fall actually. So dealing range high, dealing range low, high and low 50%. Here is the 6 on 8 level. So it can come around that area before going higher again. I really don't want to see that, but when this low is taken, it is possible that this market will keep falling and trade the at least the 50%, which is the equilibrium, or it will come to the discount area 6 on 8 level and then start to go higher. There is a high probability it can happen. Okay. However, I'm going to remove all of them from my chart and would love to see or show you something, which is you have to do every single Monday. You have to look for the high and the low of the previous week candle, and you have to go for the 30% and 20%, which is here. This is the 30% and the 20% of this candle. Now, the first thing you will see, does the TGIF is done. Thanks God it's Friday. That means did the market close in between these two lines? 20%, 30%. If it is done by Friday, there is a high probability the Monday is going to be an expansion day. If it is already done by Friday, if it is not done, that means the weekly candle didn't close in between these two lines, then this two line is going to be your target for next Monday and Tuesday. You don't need to worry about the liquidity. You don't need to worry about anything else except these two line. So you have to look for that. As I can see, this candle has closed on Friday in between these two line. I'm very happy to get an expansion day on Monday. So on Monday, sometimes you see the expansion. There is no use, no news. There is no, like nothing, but still you get the expansion. In this type of scenario, you actually got that expansion if the TGIF is done. So I'm expecting this is going to be an expansion day for today. However, this is the daily chart. I really wanted to see this candle to close around the 50% of this high and low. So if you mark the high and low, this is the 50% of this candle on Friday. I really wanted to see it to close around the 50%, but it closed a bit lower of this 50%. That is also good. I don't need to worry about that. Now I wanna add the things I was looking from the weekly chart. So in weekly chart, I was saying that this market structure shift happened, but fortunately I don't have any fair value gap. But if you watch this daily chart, I have a fair value gap over here. So as long as the body is not going to close above this daily fair value gap, I'm not really thinking this market will go higher. Okay, so if the body close above this gap, there is an probability market will go for this buy side liquidity, which is the all time high over here, this high, those highs. Or if you look for this relatively equal highs, that is also relatively equal highs. So beautiful buy side liquidity, but I'm just going to keep that all time high as my buy side liquidity. It can look for that all time high if it can close above this bearish period. Otherwise, if you look over here, market went higher, took all the liquidity, fall, went higher one more time, build a swing low, market structure shift, fair value gap, trade the highest up close body close candle as a fair value gap, and then close below this candle, which is a bearish order block. Respected one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 times. It has respected 7 times this bearish order block and then build this gap. In other word, I want to look for this gap as an unfilled gap if I am in a trade in 1 minute trade. You already know that. Okay. So these things is very clear. When I go for a trade, this type of gap, I really would love to see unfilled gap. So if it leave it unfilled, then there is a high probability this market to come around that area, around here. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for right now. Can it close above this gap? So if it can close above this gap, I'll start to look for that all-time high. If it failed to close above this gap, instead of that, maybe it will trade this gap, leave some portion of this gap open, then I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity for the rest of the time. Okay. Now I'm just gonna keep it as a daily gap, but you know what type of gap is that? Where did it came from? Why this gap is important? You already got the all the information. From the daily chart, I'm seeing this market has cleared almost 99% liquidity. All of these lows has been cleared over here, and then trade this daily bullish fair value gap from the daily chart. Can it go through this gap and keep going higher? Or does it really would love to fall and break this gap, keep falling for the dealing range 50% 618 level, which I have shown you from the weekly chart? This is two type of scenario. You have to just wait as long as it's not going to trade this gap, you are just low probability. Every kind of direction is low probability, according to my understanding of this market. Okay, so this is something you have to wait a bit just to get the confirmation. Does it really want to go for this buy side liquidity? Does it want to trade the equilibrium of the big dealing range, low, high, 50%, 6 on 8 level, where the market really would love to go? In my opinion, this is 50-50. Okay, if I go to the hourly chart, and this is the hourly chart, I'm gonna keep this here, and I'm gonna draw your attention around that area. I have this internal buy side liquidity over here, which is inside, I mean below this external buy side liquidity. So this is that all time high or the external buy side liquidity around that area. I have this internal buy side liquidity around that area. So can the market really go through this daily bearish gap and target this line? So right now, this buy side liquidity is not important to me. All I want to see, can it go through this buy side liquidity? Why? Because I don't have any sell side liquidity over here. Not even a single sell side liquidity market left around that area. So as the market didn't leave the sell side liquidity, I prefer this market to go for that buy side liquidity, and eventually from the daily chart, weekly chart, remember the weekly quadrant level, that weak quadrant level, they are going to be broken because this is that buy side liquidity over here. So if they are broken, market target this buy side liquidity, I'm really good to go. However, the market has already opened. So, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this 15-minute chart just to see if I have any short-term sell side liquidity. So I have this short-term sell side liquidity here, which is around that area. This is the short-term sell side liquidity. I have the long-term sell side liquidity from 15-minute chart, which is around that area. And 15-minute chart is bit messy, so I can't use that. I have to go for hourly chart is also messy. I have to go for 4-hour chart. So I have this gap around that area from the 4-hour chart. So I'm gonna mark this 4-hour bearish gap from the 4-hour chart, hourly chart, and I'm just gonna keep it like 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart. Okay. So this is the 4-hour chart. Going back to 1-minute chart. First thing first, you have to do this every single day. Go to your regular trading hour exactly at the opening and mark the Friday close, which is around that area. Monday open, which is here. From the regular trading hour, go for the quadrant level. Expect some kind of fall for at least the upper quadrant or maybe maximum until the 50%, even if you are bullish. If you are bearish, then you don't need to worry about them because eventually this is just keep going to fall. Okay, market is going to close them. Come back again here and want to see if this high has built some sort of buy side liquidity or not. Okay, so I can see I have some buy side here. From 1-minute chart, actually, I have a lot of buy side liquidity around that area. That is the buy side liquidity. I have this sell side liquidity around that area from the 15-minute chart. I have some sell side liquidity around that area from the 1-minute chart. So from 1-minute chart, I have this buy side liquidity. I have some short of sell side liquidity around that area. I have this bearish gap from the daily chart, and also have this hourly 4-hour gap, which is going to this candle is going to close around 10 a.m. The hourly candle is going to close. So I want to see how the 4-hour candle is going to actually close. Can it close above this 4-hour fair value gap, or does it really would love to respect this 4-hour gap and want to go for this outside liquidity? I'm expecting an expansion day today, so let's see if it can expand today. Okay. Remember, market open started to go higher. Don't chase the market. Don't chase the market. For example, you are bullish, so you wanna take a buy, but market open started to go hard. Don't take the buy. Wait for this market to fall, then take the buy. If you are bearish and you saw that market open and started to go higher, be happy. Why? Because if it started and market was falling, you are not able to enter into that market. So you're loving this up run because you know eventually the market is going to fall. By the way, guys, I wanna see how much I have to make for to pass another account. I forgot actually. Okay, I have to make $917. That's good. What about the funded account? Oh, okay, funded account I just trade one day, so it didn't. I don't need to worry about them. Mm. I'm watching all the three markets, like all the three markets. By the way, guys, if you guys remember over here, remember this fake SMT around that area? Sorry, where was that fake SMT? I think I think that was the fake SMT. So this high, I just don't remember if this was the fake SMT. Yeah, this high has taken over here, and this market didn't take that buy side liquidity, right? No, it's is it? No, that's not the fake SMT. Where was the fake SMT? I don't remember where was that fake SMT, but it's been cleared. Okay, we'll see. Market open started to go higher. As I told you, don't chase the market. Keep waiting to see if it can. Really would love to trade this gap, which is the daily bearish gap. Remember from the daily chart, this is that daily bearish gap. So does it really would love to trade this daily bearish gap, then want to fall, or does it would love to keep going through this gap? So all you are going to do here, you are going to wait for the setup. I have opened all of this chart. Make sure you have also at least the 15-minute chart is open. At least, okay? If you have more other chart, that's good. But at least make sure your 15-minute chart is open. Otherwise, you will be lost in this chaos of this 1 minute noise. Let me see if there is anyone else. Share daily bias. I will do that, brother. Today, I had some kind of voice issues. So, good morning, bom dia. Muito bem, obrigado, senhor. Jamil. Tudo bem, brother? May we have a good week. May we have a good week. I think so, man. Marquis, good morning, brother. TradeOvet and TradingView is still not working. It's not working. Let me just, I'm pushing this button just to see is it working or not, okay? Oh, man, come on. Come on, man, it's working. I just push the button just to see if it is working or not, okay? It's working, man. Come on. Increase going for Friday unfilled opening range gap 29,167, then maybe drop equal lows 50 minutes. That is a good thing, actually. Let me see where is the regular trading or opening gap from Friday. Okay, so this is the high of the regular trading or opening gap, which can be a good target. Hmm, not bad. By the way, that is not a trade, okay? Just I was checking that if it is working or not. Just because of that, I pushed the button. But it is working. Not working for me, but it is working, brother. I think you have some issues. Okay, okay, okay. Wait a bit more. Let's see. Okay, this line is actually the. I'm gonna change the color. Okay, and make it bold. That is the regular trading or opening gap, which is left from the Friday. From Friday, regular trading or opening gap. So it's been still left. Let's see what is going to happen next. In the meantime, I'm gonna mark all of this sell side liquidity to my chart. They're really so beautiful sell side liquidity. All of this accumulation is a beautiful sell side liquidity. So it has filled the regular trading or opening gap from Friday 100%. Does it really would love to fall? Does it want to trade this daily bearish gap at first? We'll see that. Don't rush to go for a trade. It's working for me. Good. By the way, guys, please don't forget to push the like button. And we have Apex sale, which is going to be end tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. Like the World Cup final sale, where all 50k intraday price action is gonna cost you like 50k account, which is the intraday account, is gonna cost you $49 all in. No activation fees, nothing for Apex. Okay, you can buy one account, you can buy five account, depending on the money you have, but it's a good opportunity because it's really so cheap. And also we have the same offer like 90% discount. Every single account is gonna have that 90% discount, but you have to pay the activation fees, which is gonna be $59. So this is really a great opportunity which is going to invalid tomorrow. If any of you are interested about that, make sure you have used the code T2T. So close to the regular trading or opening up on Friday. Now it is reacting from there. I'm not going to take the sell right now. I'm just watching. In the meantime, I'm gonna mark the first bullish gap after 9:30, I guess. Yeah, after 9:30. There's a very small gap. I don't want to mark that gap. Just this gap, which is after 9:30 has been created. And I will mark the first bearish gap, both of them. Marcus, is it working for you right now? Yes, please don't forget to push the like button. Still now no trade for me. Okay, I'm just watching the market. No trade is right now interest for me. I think that is the new week opening gap from today. A very small new week opening gap. Just gonna mark it. Just going to mark it. Okay, this is the new week opening gap. A very small new week opening gap. Change the color here. Make it bit bolder and lock it. This is the new week opening gap from this week. Friday close, Sunday open. Wanna see if it really would love to trade that new week opening gap and respect that new week opening gap. Even though it's a very small new week opening gap, but good. Also would love to see the dealing dance low over here. So this low is not taken. This is not the low. This is not the low. Okay, so I have to look for this low here and this high over there. That is the upper quadrant. This is the 50%. Mhm. So 50% is here of this dealing range. Let's see. If you watch the 50-minute or the hourly chart, you'll be able to see that this market just opened and started to go higher. You want to take buy, no worries, man. Please go for the buy, but wait for the retracement at first before going for the buy. If you try to buy, chase the market from here, it's called absolutely disaster. Don't do that. Wait for the retracement, then take the buy. And if you're waiting for a sell like me, then hold on. No, it won't connect. Oh man. Do you have any internet issue, guys? Because it's working for me, brother. That is Friday new day opening. Yeah, that's a new week. Not new day opening gap. It's a new week opening gap. Friday close. Oh, no, okay. So that is the Friday new day opening gap. You're right, brother. Yeah. You're right. This is the Thursday close and Friday open. Either way, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Okay. New day opening gap, new week opening gap, whatever it is. I'm just gonna keep it. This is not the new week opening gap, but it's a new day opening gap. Hey, Stresh, what's up, man? Long time no see. How you're doing, brother? Oh man, I told you that this week I'm gonna make another giveaway for you from the Lucid Trading. I think I'll do that on Friday. $10. Okay. Don't chase the market. This market will keep going higher. I don't give a shit, but don't chase the market. Chasing market is the weird thing you are going to do in your life. Like you will regret always by chasing the market. Don't chase the market. However, if there is any sort of selling opportunity right now, I would love to go for that because this market went higher, cleared almost every single kind of buy side liquid has been cleared. Trading and higher time frame point of interest, which is a new week opening, new day opening gap. So if there is any selling opportunity right now, I prefer to take a sell right now. Okay. So first thing I'm watching if the candle can close below this candle. If you do that, I'm gonna take the sell from this candle. If the body close below this. In the meantime, I wanna see how much is going to be the risk. 26 candle. I absolutely a limited risk until here is more than enough. So I'm watching this opportunity. If it provide me that, I'm gonna take this sell. The first opportunity for me from the order block. New to opening up order block. I didn't have this plan at the first, but when I've seen this new to opening gap is over here, I would love to look for that. Otherwise, if it keep going higher, I'm gonna just simply let this go. I will wait as long as it's not going to reach until the daily bearish fair value gap. Time is not good, by the way. 9:45 is not good time to frame a trade. It's not a good time to frame a trade. It would be awesome if it was inside the macro 950 to 1010 macro. That would be awesome. But let's see if the market provide the opportunity, then I'll go for the trade. Otherwise, I'm not in rush. All I need to see the body close below that line. If it close below that line, I'm gonna take this trade. It will work. It is not going to work. I'm not going to care about that because look at my risk. How much I'm risking over here. If it doesn't take me, that's gonna be disaster. Four, three, two, one. Okay, it didn't close, so I'm not going to take this trade. Maybe I'll miss this trade. I'm good with that. But as long as it's not going to close below this candle, no trade is valid. However, this is the fourth number candle. It has to close below this line within five candle. Okay, maybe I'm going to miss this trade because when the market build this type of beautiful candle and then closed just above this line, most of the time it doesn't give the entry opportunity. Hmm. Why you're not pushing the button right now? I do love to do that, but in that type of scenario, I actually love to add one contract. Then I start to pyramid the trade. If I feel like that way, ever. This is called like just the feelings. So I'm not interested to go for the first trade with my feelings. I want to wait for the confirmation to go for the trade. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's see if it takes me or not. There is a high probability I'm gonna miss this trade. If I miss the trade over here, then I will wait for the 22 YT model, which is gonna be here, like market structure shift, fair value gap, depending on the stop loss. So if this low is taken, that's gonna be the market structure shift. If I miss this trade from the order block, but I love to enter from the order block. My stop loss just above that order block, plus one to handle something like that. However, actually, this is not the order block. Yeah, that's the consecutive order block. That's the consecutive order block. But I'm not interested to enter from the consecutive order block because the stop loss is going to be much more bigger. So yeah, maybe I'm going to miss this trade because this is the consecutive order block. This is not the order block. Oh man, that is disaster. Should I enter with just one micro contract because stop loss is going to be bigger, or should I let it go? Yeah, man, I'm going to miss the trade. I've already got the market structure shift, so I'll see if I can find another 22 bearish model. If I find the 22 bearish model, I'm gonna take the sell from the bearish model. But yeah, you got the point, right? Here was the point. I was just afraid to take the entry from this order block because this is the consecutive order block, not the upper candle is the order block. Because this candle, sorry, that candle has closed both of these two candles. So this two candle is the consecutive bearish order block. I can't take entry from the 22 YT model if there is no gap. So I have to have a gap over there. Brother, you're forcing the market. I'm not forcing the market. I'm simply waiting for the setup. So I had the opportunity to take the entry from the order block. I missed that. So I'm going to take the sell from this order block. I mean, sorry, this fair value gap. But in this type of scenario, my stop loss is going to be bit big. Oh man, either way, I'm going to miss this trade. Ah, I should have been bit courage, okay, to take the entry from the order block. Okay, I'll still try this one, but I'll go with the lowest possible. Yeah, because the stop loss is bit bigger. So 40 handle risk. Good. I'll see if it takes me. Some reaction I'm expecting from the first presented fair value gap or the first bullish fair value gap after the market opens. Some kind of reaction I'm expecting from there. Come on, man. Give me some reaction at least. Or I'm just going to miss the trade. I'm not going to take the trade. This trade is not valid. If it come, this guy come to the 50% of this dealing range. Remember the 50 low and the high. So I'm gonna show you the 50% of this dealing range here to here. This is that 50%. So when it came here, I'm just not able to take this sell because it can simply reverse from the 6 on 8 level, which is here. It can start to reverse from there. So this entry is not valid anymore to me. I was bit afraid to take the entry from this order block because that was 40 handle. Yeah, I could maybe go with the 2 micro contract. My bad. And this market simply didn't give me the opportunity to enter. My bad. My bad. My bad. However, is there anyone who got that trade? Like going higher. Hey Prince, how are you, brother? Shuman, if you look at Friday, it just dropped since open in Asia without any manipulation, probably going for that liquidity above Friday high, then into daily fair value gap. It could do that, brother. But as I told you, this is an opportunity to me, okay? So I really don't care, is it going to work or not? But this is an opportunity for me to take the sell from there. But as you see that, like, I was really so afraid to push the button from this order block. It was awesome if it could take me from that area. So this candle go a bit higher, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I had to take the entry from there. Unfortunately, both of this area I failed to take entry. Now this sell side liquidity, then this sell side liquidity is really awesome. So let's hope for the best and hope I'll find something else over here. I will wait again. What for? Lot of unfinished business is over here. Lot of unfinished business. So something I will do right now. What? Look at the high, look at the low, look for the 50% 6 on 8 level. Wait for this market to reverse until this zone and then build a bearish order block for you for the 22 bearish model. As long as this sell side liquidity is not taken. So wait for that. What else you are going to see? In 4-hour chart, why 4-hour chart? Because in hourly chart is messy, 15-minute chart is messy, every single other chart is messy, right? So you have to come on this 4-hour chart and you have to look for the 4-hour gap. Look at this candle. It came here, but this candle is going to close around 10 a.m. So after 6 minutes, maybe it will close inside this 4-hour bearish gap. That is a high probability that this market will fall a bit more. Maybe later it will go higher. I don't care. But right now it has a high probability to fall to take some sort of sell side liquidity. If you can get the point I'm trying to explain you. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to watch the market. Can it come to this zone before falling again to take this sell side liquidity? Okay. Surf Matthew, Titu, the champ. Hey man, how are you, Surf? Booked 2K in that trade. Okay, reflect and grow. Congratulations, brother, for your boom. I took the sell from breaker. So you took the sell from the breaker. Congratulations, brother, for your boom. Boom for me. Boom for you, man. I didn't. 1 15 second pass to Apex. Okay, you did actually. To Apex. I'm at 6, need 16, 14 more pass. You will pass them. So yeah, Apex has the opportunity to go for 20 funded account altogether. This is the only platform they are going to allow you to trade 20 funded account altogether as a copy trade. And if you can make like 500 payout, that's gonna give you overall $10,000. And when you'll get that $10,000, donate something to me. Okay. So you have an pin comment over here. So come to this pin comment and just donate me something so that we can do some kind of solar system. Otherwise, I have to worry about the electricity problem. So this is gonna be just an appreciation if you do that for me. Thank you so much, by the way. Boom for you, Jaid. Hey, Andre. There is a there is a patent. There is a patent. What is that patent, brother? Andre. Hey Jonas, per month, how much your earnings from trading? I don't earn from the trading. I just pass them. I leave them open. Okay. In that specific day, I had nothing to do. That's why only because of that I trade this funded account. Otherwise, I don't trade this like trade the funded account. I just love to pass them. Okay. So if I come here, certificate, you can see all of this account. I've just this payout was just a challenge from one of my brother in the yeah, here, I mean, on the YouTube. He challenged me to make one payout. Just because of that, I did this payout. And then he challenged me that make the payout from the morning session. I failed that because I just blew the account. I was not able to get the payout just by trading the morning session. So I have to trade the morning session, PM session, London session, all of the other session to make the payout. So I failed to get the payout by trading. So I failed that challenge, but I passed the payout challenge. Otherwise, I just pass them and leave them like that way. Guys, please push the like button. Please do that for us. Oh man, I'm now feeling very bad actually. Why the market didn't give me the opportunity? However, as long as this sell side liquidity is not taken and market is going to retrace, I'll look for that selling opportunity again. But if it keeps falling like that way, I have nothing to do. All I have to do wait for the retracement, then look for the sell. No retracement, no sell. Remember here, what did I say? If you are bullish, you have to wait for the retracement, then look for the buy. If you are bullish, don't chase the market. What happened? Market come here, then fall. See, this is what you have to do. Something like that. Now I missed the opportunity at the beginning of the run because I was a bit afraid to push the button from this order block, consecutive order block. So I tried to enter from the mean threshold of this consecutive order block, but unfortunately didn't give me the entry. So as it didn't give me the entry, I waited for the 22 bear model to take the entry from this gap. It also didn't give me that. And now it is falling. I don't care. I'll just keep waiting for this market to retrace, then fall. Remember, today is gonna be an expansion day. I have already explained you, right? So this is going to be an expansion day. I'm not afraid to missing just a small portion of the run. I'm believing that I'm gonna get a huge expansion today. So I'll be able to enter that expansion. It's not something like market came here, now it will start to go ahead and look for this. No, it's not like that way. It will now keep falling. It will just keep falling right now because it has to be an expansion day today. So remember that, okay? I want to show you something from the 4-hour chart. Look at this 4-hour chart. Look at this gap, hourly gap that is holding the market. Okay. This hourly gap is holding the market. More precisely, new day opening gap that is holding the market and sending the market. I usually don't use the new day or new week opening gap now these days, but I had no other PDR over here. That's why I just marked that new day opening gap. That's why I'm framing the trade from that area. Usually I don't use them. If I had something else from my lower time frame, then I would go for that. But now I'm interested to see can it fill the gap 100%. One other thing actually Sujivan has shared, that was the opening gap from the Friday that was unfilled. So market filled that opening gap 100%. Remember here, that is also an opening gap. Market filled that opening gap here. Remember the opening gap, filled that opening gap, then retraced from there. If you guys remember. Now I'm interested. Okay, this sell side is taken actually. So I'm interested to look for some sort of reaction. Remember, this is an scalping idea. It's not an idea to think about buy for a long period of time buy. No, it's a small scalping idea to think about a small period of buy. How long? until the 50% of this dealing range high, and the low until the 50% 6 on 8 level. Just a small scalping idea. Maybe it is not going to work. I don't care. But here is an scalping idea that I'm now interested to look for. Okay. That market will retrace a bit and I'm gonna catch that retracement. So let's see if it can find, if it can give me that. So I have the sell side here, which is around that area, 50% of the opening gap, lower quadrant of the opening gap, upper quadrant of the opening gap. I prefer this market to tap at least to the upper quadrant of the opening gap, then give me the retracement. Not the reversal. It is called reaction. Reaction means retracement. I'm interested to look for the retracement. How long? Here to here, 50%, 6 on 8 level. Any of this level, I'm interested to look for the retracement. So I'll see if I can find something over here. It doesn't need to do that. It can keep falling. And if it keep falling, I'm not going to chase the market. What I can do, I can let the buy go. Let the retracement go, then look for the sell. I can do that. But I have an scalping plan. So if I find that opportunity, I'm going to do that. Okay. So a small, short period of buy and then look for the sell. I have to just keep adjusting the low as long as it is going to build a new low. I have to just keep adjusting them so that I can get the exact 50% and the upper, I mean, 6 on 8 level. Okay, over here. I'll just keep adjusting them. By the way, I'll do that when there is a buying opportunity. It will keep falling, not going to touch the market. Remember, at the beginning, that was the opportunity for you to enter. If you miss that entry opportunity, you have to wait for this. This market doesn't fall like that way. How did it fall? Here, retracement, here, retracement, here, retracement, here, retracement. This is how the market fall. If it fall like this way, it is called falling knife. Don't touch the falling knife. If it fall like that way, don't touch the falling knife. Never ever do that. I'm interested to see if I can find a small retracement opportunity. So it came to the upper quadrant. Remember, that is the best case of scenario to come until the upper quadrant. Now I'll look for some sort of buying opportunity, a small scalping idea. I need two fair value gap, either two fair value gap or a buy model from the 22 IT model. So any of them is valid for me to take the retracement buy. Otherwise, if it just keep going higher, trade the 50% of this dealing range, I'll start to look for sell from there. From 4-hour chart where the market closed. Remember the 4-hour gap? Remember? It was going to break this 4-hour bearish gap. Why 4-hour chart? Hourly chart is messy, 15-minute chart is messy. What you should look for? Only 4-hour chart. So it has respected this 4-hour gap. Now let's see if it can provide me at least two fair value gap. Otherwise, I won't be able to take any sort of buy from there. I'm gonna miss this buy as well if it doesn't give me at least two fair value gap. How long I'm interested to look for the retracement, either to this line or that line. If I miss the buy, I don't care. I'll start to look for sell from that zone. For what? For the 50% of the opening gap, sell side liquidity around that area. And what else I can use over here? No, I can't use anything else except this fair value gap. So I need at least two fair value gap to frame a buy over there. Okay, let's see. It will go like this way. Don't touch it. Wait for the retracement. I mean, let the retracement finish. Go for the sell. For what? Obvious liquidity. And what else? What else do you see? See this low, and that low. What are you seeing over here? Ask yourself what the last low has done. Look at this. So beautiful sell side. At least two fair value gap is important over here to take the buy. Over here. Okay. I don't know it will build this gap or not. If it doesn't, then I'm not able to take this buy. Yeah, I'm not able to take the buy. Yeah, if you can take the buy from here if you want, it's up to you, man. Maybe it will work with this fair value gap. I don't care, but I'm not going to take that buy. I'm not interested to take that buy, by the way. Am I bullish? No, I'm not bullish. I'm just waiting for a retracement. After that, I'll look for the sell again. From where? from this zone, from that area. I will start to look for sell again from here. I'd love to come to this weekly chart. Remember that weekly quadrant. So if I go for the 4, trade the lower quadrant and then retracing from there. Okay, I am not also able to take any short of sell if it doesn't come here to this line. I'm not able to take any short of sell as well. I need the retracement. Remember here, went higher. What you would love to do, take the buy because you're thinking this is bullish. What happened? Boom. Same here. It will come here, take this low, and then go higher again to trade the 50%, new 50%. I'm not interested to be fall into that trap. So what I will do, I will wait for a bit retracement, then look for the sell again. I'm thinking about an short period of. Should I? No, I should not do that. Let's see. They're not giving payouts. They're all always they're going to give you the payouts if you don't do gamble. As long as you are doing it in a right way, there is no payout denial, brother. Done for the day. Congratulations, Moon Fun. Where did you take the entry, brother? By the way. So in the end, I was right about your morning session and profitability. My back test was good. You're right, brother. I was not able to make the profit from only by trading the morning session. I agree with you, brother. I mean, no shame to agree with that. That is the fact, man. I tried it 3 times, to be honest, just by taking trade in the morning session and make the payout. I failed 3 of those times. So it's not possible for me to make the payout by trading only the morning session, unfortunately. I'm not good. Wait for VWAP test 28973. 28973. You're looking for buy Murshad or sell? Hey Jamie, good morning. Brother, there is a daily week also. Trade 50% and fall. Okay. That is also an extra confirmation. I didn't know that. So you are talking about this week. Yeah, we have already talked about that week. I didn't talk about this today, but I have talked about that last Friday, I guess. No trade yet. Not interested to take any kind of trade right now. I'm waiting. If it can provide me something, I'll go for the trade. But the problem is if this high is going to be shifted, there is a gap. I won't be able to take that buy as well because the 50% 618 level is very near to the market. So I think I have to sacrifice the buy, then I have to look for a sell again. Quarter regular trading hours level is explained from 9:30 to 4:14. That is the regular trading hour. The Wall Street. I hope you have heard about the Wall Street if you are a stock trader. In USA, there is a place called Wall Street where actually the trading happens, right? The $1 billion of trading is going to happen over there. And they only trade the regular trading hour. So they trade from 9:30 to 4:14. That is their trading hour. And in this period of time is actually actually called the regular trading hour. We are the electronic trading hour trader. We trade 23 hours, but they trade only that 9:30 to 4:14. And that is the real area where you are going to get all the moves, all everything, all important price action, everything is going to work over there. Not in rush to go for a trade right now, waiting. I'm in a buy 15 second. Congratulations, brother. If you got the boom, congratulations for you. But I'm not seeing any buying opportunity over here. I was watching some kind of order block. Still, I don't have that. Only thing I have is it has traded the opening regular trading or opening gap upper quadrant. That is the only thing. So I'm not able to take any short of buy right now. So I hope for you the best, man. I think you will get your boom, brother. But I'm not seeing any short of buy over here. Question in my daily chart, candle of a Monday, 8th of June, order block correct. And order block already invalid, correct. From the daily chart, if any of you are interested to look for the order block, this is the only candle which is valid as an order block. That is the only candle, bearish order block. Except this candle, there is no bearish order block. There is no bullish order block. There is nothing over here. If you are watching from the daily chart, nothing except this candle. There is no order block according to my understanding. I can be wrong, but according to my understanding, there is no bearish order, no bullish or bearish order block except this bearish order block. If it make any sense to you, brother. 10th of June. That was a bullish order block. I was saying that it is jumping in between this and this, but later it's broken because this low has taken all the lows over here. So it's not a bullish order block anymore. Okay, so it has fallen. Didn't give me the opportunity to take the buy, and I didn't take any trade over here. I'm going to remove this 50% zone right now because now I'm interested to see the the things is going to happen over here. I have to wait for the market to give me something. I really don't have anything to do right now. I'm going to wait right now. Okay. This gap is still important to me. I'm going to keep it over here. By any chance it will close out this gap, I'm gonna take the buy from this gap. No one can stop me, okay, over there. If it can close over there, it's called reclaimed gap. So I'll use it because the low has taken over there. And I'm very happy because this is the lowest down close body close candle. I just need to cover the opening of this gap. Otherwise it will keep falling. I'm gonna miss this trade as well. I need the retracement before taking the sell. So I'm gonna sacrifice the sell. I know this is going to be an expansion day, but I'm not interested to enter over here. I need the retracement before entering into a sell. If it make any sense to you. What is regular trading hour gap? I have already explained that. Can you 1 hour chart don't have breaker block exactly for long? Are you looking for this candle as your breaker block to take the buy? Because I can see this is the only candle. Even if you would love to use an breaker block, this is the candle which is the breaker block. Except this one, there is no bullish breaker block from the hourly chart. Okay, my bad. Not going to chase the market. I'm in relax mode, man. I'm not going to get the entry, even though I knew this is gonna be an expansion day. I'm cool with that. Just not going to chase the market. That's all. By the way, that's not my breaker block, brother. I don't look for that candle. It's not an important candle to me. However, I wanna see where the market actually came. So it came very near to this low, which is now a new sell side liquidity. Good. Not going to take the buy, not going to take the sell, nothing. Need the retracement before going for any kind of trade. I need the retracement. Without retracement, no trade is valid to me. It will keep falling. I'm going to leave this market to fall because I missed the opportunity at the beginning of the run. I don't know why. I mean, I should have even tried with one micro contract. I should have done that. Yeah, yeah, it is good. The good thing is you have seen how I have read this market and how beautifully it worked over there, even though I missed the trade because I was afraid of the volatility. Not about the price action of the volatility. For example, if I saw that order block entry and here it's like 35 handle, 30 handle, nobody could stop me to take this sell from this consecutive order block. I think the retracement is coming for me. Okay. I think the retracement is coming. Guys, remember, if it close above this gap, I'm going to take the buy. Like here, nothing I need to worry about. I'll just simply take the buy. The problem is where I will put my stop loss. I'll just keep this gap over here, I think like this way. If it can close above this. Otherwise, it will keep falling. I'm going to let this fall go without touching this market. When this market started to fall, look at this. When it started to fall, not even a single time it has cleared the liquidity. So if it would love to keep falling for the sell side liquidity, which is over here, sell side liquidity, which is over here, it has to take some buy side liquidity at first before falling. It doesn't need to clear the buy side liquidity before falling. it can simply keep falling. I'm not gonna chase the market. But if it take the buy side liquidity, I'm interested to frame a sell again. Okay, if it make any sense to you. If this gap is closed, I'm gonna take that buy from here. I'm just confused where I'll put my stop loss, but I think I'll put my stop loss below this gap. That's more than enough. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. Yeah, 34 handle risk is good. If it close above this, I'm not saying it is going to work, but I will try this buy. It's an high probable buy for me. Sachin, hello sir. Sorry, but I want to correct you. Monday is an expansion day when the TGF is done before the new. If you see the TGIF is not done by Friday, listen to me very carefully, okay? If you see the TGIF is not done, it's not done by Friday, then you will wait for Monday. If you see before 9:30, the TGIF is done, you will look for the expansion inside the session, okay? If you see Friday, TGIF is done. Already it's done. Monday is an expansion day. 99% of the time, Monday is the expansion day. You'll get the huge expansion. Even don't need to worry about the TGIF because it's already done. So on Monday, Tuesday, you don't need to think about the TGIF. It's not exist, something like that. Come on, man. Give me some opportunity to take the buy. If it keep falling like that way, I'm not able to enter over here to this fall. I have to wait for the retracement. I have to keep letting the sell go. Keep letting the sell go. I just don't know which one is the strongest today when the market is falling. Okay, the when the market is falling, when it is going higher. Okay, so ES is strongest when the market is falling, and NQ is stronger when the market is going higher. Yeah, come on. If it fall like that way, I'm not able to enter. Even though I know that this is an expansion day, but I'm missing all the opportunities. What a shit market. Sachin, okay, this is the new info. Okay, no worries, man. Are you making a living with trading this strategy? Not talking about farm referrals. So to ask you personal question. No, I'm not living in this because I'm not getting a huge amount of referral from. You can see how many people are watching, like 96 people, 100 people. I'm not making a lot of money over here. Actually, I have my own business. I just do it for educational purpose. I come here in live and I also sometimes share the information to our Discord just for the educational purpose. There is no other intention for me to do this. And the referral, the main thing is if I do this referral, they actually provide the giveaway. Okay. So for example, I'm getting a lot of referral. In that type of scenario, I get a lot of giveaway. And if I get the giveaway, I can provide the free account to my viewers. Okay. So that is also an uh, the thing is like if I can do that, maybe some people will get some benefit from that free account. Okay, something like that. So I just do the draw and give that giveaway. Sometimes if I don't get the giveaway, then I buy the account and I just give it away to other people. But my main intention is so you can understand how to read the market in a right way. when you should stop, when you should not go for a trade, when you should look for an high probable trade opportunity, where is low probable trade opportunity, which way you will look for the bias, direction, which model you should avoid, something like that, brother. Thank you, brother, for the honest answer. But the first question is: Are you making living from trading this strategy? Thank you, brother. No, I told you that I'm not earning any money from this trading. I have already shown this 2 times, so I'm not going to go back again in lucid trading. I'm gonna show everything, but I have already explained it 2 times today. I have my own business. I do that for my living, and exception. I mean, as an exception, actually we have a like family territory. I don't know how to say that. My father lived a lot of money for me. That is more than enough for me to live for the next life, okay, until the next life. But I have my own business, I have my own farm, not the prop farm, actually it's my own business farm actually. So I also live in Europe, so if I go over there and if I work over there, I can earn a lot of money from there as well. I'm also a software engineer, IT engineer, so even though I never practice this. However, so for living, I don't need to depend on something. I don't believe it is. I mean, it is actually against my religion. So like something very confusing to reply. I don't want to bring the religious thing over here, but this is something okay. So market is falling actually without the retracement. I'm just letting them go without touching the market. Now I would love to see something around that area. Okay, so gonna go back to 15-minute chart, and I wanna interested to see, do I have anything important from the 15-minute chart? If I have something, I wanna use that logic over here. Now, if you see over here some gaps, I really don't care about those gaps, but I'm more interested to see this to down close body close candle. Can they work as a support, send the market for some sort of retracement? Otherwise, if it come to this last gap, which is aligned with the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap, that is also good for the retracement. Okay, here for the retracement, but it is more than enough for me to look for an buying opportunity from there. But it will be awesome if it can come over here, then retrace, because I will have the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. That's a good strong support. Okay, I don't need that, but if I have that, that's more enough. You wanna take the sell? Go for it, man. I would love to see this market to go higher at first, then fall again. Without going higher, no sell is valid. It's called chasing market. What do you see over here? Market came here. This is the last time market has done the manipulation. This swing high has taken over here. After that, look, there is not even a single period of time market has cleared a swing high. So no sell is valid. But brother, market is falling. We knew that. Unfortunately, we missed this trade over here. I missed the trade actually. Some of you has already built a lot of money from there, but I missed it because I was afraid of the volatility. Otherwise, that could be an awesome trade. Yep, that is good. Hi Titu, you are into which platform in it? I'm into SAP. Okay, now you wanna bring this here? Come on, man. I'm in buy second try inversion gap entry. Okay, so you took the buy from this inverse gap. By the way, it's not my inverse gap, but I hope you will get the boom, brother. Still, now I'm not seeing any opportunities. I'm not taking any trade over here. No, I don't. I'm not able to take the buy right now. I hope you will get the boom, brother. So, if you remember, guys, what did I say around that area? I need two bullish fair value gap to frame a buy. Remember here, two fair value gap at least to frame a buy. So over here, you can see this is a gap. I know it's a very small gap, but this is the gap. See here, this is a gap. If the market build another gap over here, I'm gonna take the buy from this gap by covering just that gap. So something like this. Long from here, covering just this gap, just that gap, something like that. Gonna target this high because this is the 50% or equilibrium. Okay. So create. I just don't know. It will. Okay, so I'm in a trade because this is the gap over here. You see here, this is the gap. I took the buy from this gap, put my stop loss here. Target is here, but right now I'm going to remove it and I'm going to go for 1 is to 1 partial at first. So where is the 1 is to 1 partial? So 37, 37, 37. Okay. Here is the 1 is to 1 partial. This is the first thing you have to do if you are ever in a trade. First partial to the 1 is to 1. Second partial above this high. And then I'll hold it until the 6 on 8 level. This is going to be the second partial level around that high. What did I tell you? Two gap. I need two gap to enter. Look, here is one gap. See, one gap. Look at this. See, okay, so I don't know you can see it or not because it's bit small to see. But look at this gap over here. One gap, two gap. So it closed, open. I'm in a trade. 1 is to 1 partial, second partial. Let on, I will hold it until the 6 on 8 level. Okay. If it doesn't work and stop me out, I'm cool with that. That was a possibility. I took that trade. Okay. So sell stop, sell stop. Where it is going to be just below that gap, just below that gap over there. Okay. Hope I'll get the partial at least. Okay. I got one partial, gonna close one contract. Where is going to be my stop loss? To the break even. But brother, you will get stopped out. Market will inverse and stop you out. I don't care, man. I already got. Okay. What happened? I don't know. Uh, why it didn't take me? I really don't know what happened. I took the buy actually here, or it was a limit order or something like that. I messed up something. I really don't know what I did messed up over here, but that should be the buy, that should be the partial, that should be the second partial over here, and the last one until this gap of 6 on 8 level. That was the plan. Okay. I really don't know. I messed up something. I really don't know what I messed up over here. Oh man. Okay. I just don't know. Okay. What did I wrong over there? Why didn't take the partial instead of that just took my sell? I don't know. Okay, Titu, your trade is not. Oh, okay. So I didn't take. Okay, I put the buy limit, I guess. Yeah, that was not a market order. That could be. Yeah, I think so. I think something like that. No sound, bro. You can't hear me again? Come on, please don't say that it's not. It has started again. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me, guys? 1 15 second we got the inversion and 22 model as well. Okay, I really don't know on 15-second chart, but brother, as I told you, I need two gap. One, two gap. By the way, you can hear me, right? Yeah, you can hear you. Okay, that's cool. One guy just told that he can't hear me. I just need to gap to take this trade. Okay, but I think I put the buy limit. That's why it didn't work or something like that. However, partial break even, that is also good. But yeah, mm, I'll just look for the next opportunity. Oh man, that was disaster. Okay, it's cool. Let's see if it can come to this gap now. What I'm targeting here, guys? This is very crucial. What I'm targeting high to low 50%, 6 on 8 level. That is all I'm targeting over here. This market will come here and then I'll look for. Guys, again, you should be in this trade. You should be in this trade. Unfortunately, I just messed up over here. I think I put the limit order instead of the market order. So I was talking, sometimes it happens. So it was something bad over there. But that should be a buy, partial, stop loss as at the break even, second partial to this 50% level. Just a second, he's so hungry. So that's why he's just biting me. He's too hungry, okay? So you're just hitting me. By the way, is there anyone who is in this trade? Please let me know that. If there is anyone. I'm trying to explain you the price action over here. And I'm just trying to show you the execution level over there. Okay. So that was the consecutive order block. Not this candle is not the order block. Remember, it's not the order block. These two candle is the order block, not that candle. That should be the first trade until this sell side liquidity. More importantly, until here. That should be your first trade for today. Here, okay? If you didn't take this trade, that's gonna be your second trade over here. More than enough for being a profitable trader in this market, in this beautiful market. Just that gap, partial, and at least until here. That should be your second trade. Now, your maximum portion is out of this trade. It doesn't need to come to the 6 on 8 level. Remember, this 50%, this red line is more than enough for this market to reverse again, to fall again. Okay. So that should be the second trade for today. By the way, I don't know if there is anyone got that boom or not. Now I'm interested to look for sell. So only in my mind, I'm interested to take the sell. If it come here, that is good. I'll look for the sell from there. If it starts to fall from there, I'm good. I'll start to look for sell from there. No more buy is valid to me. If it make any sense to you guys. For me, the buy is done. No more buy is valid. Now I'm interested to look for a sell. So I have to generate a setup over here so that I can take the sell. I just don't know it is going to reverse from here or it is coming here. I just don't know that. But if it come here, I'll look for the sell from there. If it doesn't fall from there, instead of that build the setup from here, I'm gonna take the sell from there. What type of model is valid over here? Either 22 YT model or inversion gap. No order block is valid over here. You can't look for any sort of order block over here because this market is not changing any state of delivery. There, it was changing the state of delivery. See, what was the market? It was a bull market from your higher time frame. So I was using 2 time frame order block. So it was a bull market that is changing in a state of delivery over here. Order block. Take the sell. Look, I didn't talk about the order block over here. No order block was valid to take the buy. And then when it come here, it is not changing in a state of delivery. This is already a bearish market. It is called the retracement. Order block is not valid here to take the sell. Either inverse gap or like 22 YT model is the only opportunity over here to take the sell. Otherwise, no sell. Okay. So something like that. That should be your maximum portion where it should be already closed over there. Something I'm precisely reading the market and I'm showing you the exact entry opportunities over there in this market. What did I say? Wait for 2 gap only. Just you need 2 bull gap. That's more than enough to get this run until the 50%. At least maximum until the 6 on it. I'm not confident about the 6, but at least to the 50%. So I let all the fall go. Then framed that small scalping. After coming here, I'm now mentally prepared to take the sell again. For what? 50% sell side liquidity, lower quadrant, low of the opening gap, extreme sell side liquidity. I don't need them to be traded. If I find a sell from here until the 50%, it's more than enough to be profitable. For example, there is a selling opportunity from there to there, it's 124 handle, more than enough for being profitable. All I need a setup right now. Man, I talk too much, right? Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. And I want to show you the Apex one more time because tomorrow is the last opportunity, last day for this. Apex, we have 50K intraday account, no activation fees. All you have to pay $49 to get a 50K account. Also, we have the 90% discount, 90% discount. This is also a offer that is running on right now where every single account is gonna cost you like 50K account is gonna cost you like $90.90, but you have to pay an activation fees which is for $59. You have to pay that activation fees. Apex is the only platform that is gonna help you or let you trade 20 accounts. Some of you can say, by the way, use the code T2T so that you can get the offer over here. Okay, like the 90% offer or the $49 all-in offer. You'll need to use the code T2T. Some of you can say that, brother, Tradify, I mean, sorry, the Apex deny the payout. Man, it doesn't deny the payout. You don't follow the rules. You do the gamble. If you're trading the Apex, you have to be a very very disciplined trader. For example, sometimes you'll go for 50 micro contracts, sometimes you'll go for 1 micro contract. It's not allowed. And if it was your real money, you would never do that. So always make sure your contract size is almost same, 3 to 5 micro contract. I will say like 3 to 5 micro contract because it's Apex. I mean, sorry, it's 50K account. So it is the best if you can use like 3 to 5 micro contract. And make sure you took the partial or you closed the trade around 1:1. That's all you have to do. You have to follow. You will never get denial by the payout. Never ever. And also I think the news trade is forbidden for Apex, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, we don't trade the news, right? So around 8:30 we have the news, we don't trade that. Around 10 we have the news, we don't even trade any trade. We don't take any trade before the 10 a.m. rate folder news. So we always wait for that. It is called discipline trader. If you are a discipline trader, you don't need to worry about their payout denial. Look at this fall. Okay, where did it came? Look at this low to high. This is the 50% zone of this dealing range. So it came here, wanna go higher for this line. Happy to see that. Then it will come here. I'll start to look for sell again. Are you seeing how I'm reading this market? Is there something like I miss all this fall? I didn't miss this. That should be the entry over here, right? That should be the entry. So I'm not missing any trade over here. So I am taking the sell until this area. This small portion of this price action, I'm missing them. I'm not going to take them. This small portion of this price action. Then I'm gonna take the buy again until this 50%. My last contract is going to hold until this area. If it doesn't come over here, give me a selling opportunity over there. I'm happy to take the sell now, right now. Why? First, this market gave me the retracement. Trade the 50% of this big dealing range high to low and take the swing high. See, this buy side liquidity has been cleared. So what should I wait for here? Just a setup. If there is a setup, I'm gonna take a trade. Simple. I talk too much, guys. I'm so sorry, okay? Because when I keep explaining the price action, sometimes I forgot that I'm in live and I feel like that I'm just talking to my brother. Okay, I'm talking to my friends. I'm talking to my sister. I feel like that way, yes, and I feel that nobody is going to offend me for this behavior. I try to give everything I have in my head. Okay, I'll buy 20 more accounts today. Thank you, Jait. Please make sure you have used the code T2T. No, 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 no. For Lucid, Lucid is my favorite one. Okay, if you talk about the Lucid trading, I love Lucid trading because of their everything. I love everything over here. Like, so guys, I really don't know what I have done wrong over there. There was a limit order. Okay, unfortunately, there was a limit order. That's why I am not. It is still in green. You can see it's just $5. It doesn't matter at all. And in the funded account, I just didn't do anything over here. Just one trade I took because I had nothing to do. So I just took this trade. Nothing else I have done. But if I come here for add account, so for Lucid, I love this flex actually for 50K flex account. You have 50% consistency rules when you are in eval, and when you are in funded there is no rules. There is simply no rules, just accept the news trading. I'm not sure about the news trading, by the way, but there's simply no other rules. Just go for the trade and make the money in flex account. When you are in funded, make $10,000 by a day. Doesn't matter, just doesn't matter. So this is really awesome. And when you will get 5 payout from one account, they are going to transfer you to the live account. I'm thinking about a sell, but this is bit risky. Mm, I'll take this. Okay, it's not an high probable sell, but I'm gonna take this. Stop loss is going to be just above this candle. I'll explain it a bit later. Actually, if it works, then I'm gonna explain it. It's not an high probable sell. I'm just taking it. Okay, I'll explain it within a moment. If it works, if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna skip the explanation. So 37 handle is gonna be there. Let's see if it take me at least give me the partial opportunity or not. It's not an high probable sell. Okay, it's just a low probable sell. I'll just explain it within a moment. But if it works, then I'll explain it. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to even bother to explain these things. That's why I just went with the two micro contract, which is the lowest in my opinion. I can't go less than two micro contract. It's a very low probable sell. Maybe it will work, maybe it is not going to work. I don't care. I think it's not going to work. Yep. I'll close the trade after this candle close. If it close above this line, I'll simply close the trade. But if it doesn't close above this line, I'll hold it for a bit more time. But next time it is going to close above this line, I'm just simply close the trade. I'll explain it why it is a low probability within a moment. I mean, sorry, if it works, then I'll explain why it was an selling idea over here. By the way, in the meantime, if any of you are really good, then uh, you will find out already why I took the sell from this candle. Even after seeing the retracement is happening from the 50%, right? High to low 50%, then come. As I'm in a two micro contract entry, not going to take the partial over here. I'm gonna hold the trade, okay? Not going to take the partial over here. But according to the logic, it should be the partial level. I am going to be a bit greedy over here. Instead of that, I will try to take the partial to this breakaway gap here. However, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna get 2700 loss for two micro contract. I think it's good. But if you're with me for so long now, you have already find out why I took that sell. Time is also not good. The timing is not good at all. Let's see if it can provide the first partial level. If it do, I'm okay. So it has provided the first partial. That's good actually. Not going to take the partial over there. Stop loss is at the break even because this is really a low probable selling opportunity. And we'll see if it can provide me the partial around the breakaway gap. As it has provided already the first partial level, I'm going to explain this to you. First of all, it came to the 50%, right? As well as this old 4-hour bearish gap low has been traded. 4-hour bearish gap low, okay? Then the market fall. The only problem is this low didn't been shifted over here. I'm going to remove this one. This low was not shifted over here. By this low, it was not been shifted. So here there is a small gap. See this gap over here? It was not a valid 22 bear model. It is not a valid 22 bear model. So this gap when has been traded over here and also tapped to the low of this 4-hour gap, I have used this candle as my okay. So it has provided me the partial at least. Okay. So my stop loss is at the break even. It has a high probability now to go higher, but I'll just simply hold it over here. Okay. If it can keep falling. So what I was saying, this up close body close candle, see this candle low over here has closed over here by this specific candle. The very next candle, I entered to this market and I was watching this min threshold of this order block to see if it can respect the min threshold. So one body has closed above this, the next body has closed below this low. I mean below this line over here. So I was happy to take that trade by trailing the stop loss, and now my stop loss is at the break even. Took the partial to the most logical level, which is over here. It can start to go higher now, and I'll get stopped out to the break even. Otherwise, I have just taken a partial to the most logical level. If I'm lucky and it keep falling, I'll get the boom. I'm not lucky, it will stop me out to the break even. I'm not even looking for anything else over here. Okay, so it didn't work. Just simply take a partial and got stopped out to the break even. That's just a very small idea over here. Now I'm gonna take a buy. Ah, brother, what are you talking about? Yes, sir. I'm gonna take a buy now from this candle over here by putting my stop loss just below this candle, which is also 37 handle target, wherever it is. I don't care right now. I'm gonna take a buy with 3 micro contract now. It's an high probable buying opportunity to me. If the body close above this line, I'm gonna take the buy from this candle. Why? Look at this market structure shift. Fair value gap, breakaway gap. This is very important. If it doesn't trade this breakaway gap, this is not an high probability. I wish it will take me. Let's see. Stop loss just below this order block. Okay, so I'm gonna close this, going for 1:1 partial, which is over here. Let's first see if it really reverse. Otherwise, there is no way to put the one partial, because if it keep falling, I'll get a stop. This is a high probable buying opportunity from this order block. I'll put the limit order if it started to reverse. If it doesn't, then there's no there's no meaning of putting that. But remember, this is all like the trading I'm doing right now. It is not like something I should go for. What I should look for: this buy, that sell. That is all I look for. As I missed them, I'm forcing the market to give me an entry. Like if it works, good. If it doesn't, okay, I got it stopped out. If it doesn't work, like I have to accept that loss over here. However, I'm still interested to see the buy opportunity. If it doesn't take this low, I will still looking for the buying opportunity. If this low is taken, not interested to take the buy. Otherwise, yeah, I think I can take the sell from this last parallel cup, which I'm not going to take. It doesn't need to trade that last gap one more time if it was really interested to fall. I can take the sell from this gap right now, but I have to cover this candle. Should I do that? Like here, by just covering this candle open, if it closed below this candle. This is also a valid sell. Should I do that? On the other hand, this is valid, right? Okay, this is not important anymore. Guys, call me, okay? This is your call. Should I take it? If you say I'll take it, if you don't say I'm not going to take it, it's also a valid trade, by the way. And the stop loss is kind of like 41 handle. I think that's valid actually. It's not a bad. Should I go for that? Let's see. Come on, brother. The students have become the teacher. Lol. What happened? Market made equal highs on 1 minute. Shallow run sweep equal highs. Trade 1 minute bearish hand then fall. I'm gonna take this if it give me that. By the way, Come on. Okay. I'm in. 41 handle buy limit. There is nothing wrong if it close above the 50%. All I don't want to see, sorry, all I don't want to accept is this candle is going to trade the 50% of this up close body close candle with this reclaimed inverse fair value gap. So body can close above this gap. There is nothing wrong, but body should not go for the 50% of this candle. That is not acceptable because I'm not able to cover the whole order block. That's why I didn't cover it. So we'll go for this 1 is to 1 and we'll see if it can holding. Just about for me, the school man, that was an high probable buy, not even one tick in profit. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but that was an high probable buy to me, brother. Don't you not? Okay, yes. Let's see, Sujivan. Now, when I'm framing the story, you have to understand this trade. Okay. When I'm framing this sell, when I'm framing this buy, when I'm framing like some sort of sell, like one trade doesn't work. This has provided nearly 175 handle. This has provided 82 handle. Now, if this doesn't work for how many handles? I don't know how many handles. If it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that it's not working. High probable trade doesn't even go for one tick, right? You should not think like that way, brother. It's kind of disrespect. Also like that way, brother, because I'm framing other trades that is working, giving you 200 handle, 500 handle. You don't care about them. If I frame a losing trade, and then you will come and you'll say, brother, that didn't even give you one tick. That's kind of disrespect. I'm not a market maker, so I really don't know like every single leg I'm gonna be right. No, man. This is all the probability. I didn't know that this is going to fall over here. That was a probability for me. That was a probability for me. This is a probability for me. This is also a probability for me. This is all about the probability. I'm saying this is as a probable entry opportunity. But if it doesn't work, it's not my fault, right? I'm not a market maker, by the way. Yeah, Sujivan, I'm in this trade. Let's see if it works or not. This is a 15-minute gap with the, you see this 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. That's going to be the target. Market structure shift over here. There is a fair value gap. It can trade this fair value gap. More importantly, I was watching these two candle, these two line over here. They will work with the as a resistance. Market will keep falling. I believe it will come here and finally for the sell side liquidity. So right now I'll try to take a partial over here and then I'll just try to hold the trade maybe until this low. I'll try to take another partial over here with this low if it give me that opportunity, and then finally I'll hold the rest to one as long as I can hold it. Yeah. So previous trade didn't work. This one maybe will work. I'm not saying it is going to work, but this one is going to work. So I frame a losing trade. It doesn't mean that like you will start to provoke me. Okay, you will start to pinch me. I don't think so, man. Uh, it is something I deserve. However, everyone has their own opportunity. I mean, sorry, their own opinion. I highly appreciate it. So it came to the 15-minute gap. I'm not taking the partial to the 15-minute gap open. Over here, I'm not taking it. I'm trying to take the partial exactly to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. So if I'm wrong and market starts to reverse from there, I'm gonna accept that, man. Unfortunately, but I will try to take the partial exactly to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap, not to this 50-minute last gap. Remember, this is the 50-minute last gap. You don't need to take that risk. You can simply take a partial to the top of this 50-minute gap if you want, because this is just some handle like 36 handle, 43 handle. So just 7 handle here and there. I'm not moving my stop loss because still now I didn't get my partial, so I'm not moving my stop loss. As long as I'm not going to get my partial, I'm not going to move my stop loss. It will reverse, stop me out. I'm gonna accept that. Either way, my first partial level is 41 handle, so I'm just taking two more handle rather than my first partial. Okay, 1 is to 1. I hope it will give me that. If it doesn't, bad luck. I'm already broken because of that comment. It's okay. I'm good, man. Like if it doesn't work and how much I'm going to take a loss, how I'm going to end the day with $119 loss plus another six, another $200. So overall $300 loss. I'm going to stop over there. I'm cool with that, man. If I close the trade, it will be green over here. If I close the trade right now, it will be green over here. It's $165 right now. Good. But yeah, I am trying my level best so that you guys, instead of judging me, following the things I'm sharing. So it's not something like every single trade I'm going to frame, it's going to work. It's something I'm going to explain you my understanding of this market. It is still reacting from this 15-minute gap. I highly appreciate if it can come to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. So I'm not moving my stop loss. I'm not taking any partial. I'm still holding the trade. If it doesn't work, I'm cool with that. I have just sorry, I have just used this reclaimed inverse gap. You already know about this gap. I have explained it too many times. Too many times. It's good that it didn't close above the 50% of this gap. Sorry, above the gap. It's cool, but even if it close above this gap, I really don't care about that because I know this market can maximum go until this candle opening. So I got the partial over here. Now my stop loss is going to be to the break even. I don't care. It will inverse and stop me out now. Sorry, it will reverse and stop me out. I don't care about that. My stop loss is at the break even. That's all. So some portion of this loss has been mitigated. I believe so. Like still I have some losses over here. I guess to $40 something like that. Yeah, $33. I don't care about that. Now I'll try to hold my trade until here, which is the low of this line. Okay, so until this low. Okay, man, there is a confusion. Should I hold it until the low? Should I hold it until this rejection block? What should I do? Until the rejection block, until the low. I have 3 minutes left, right? So market can take this high one more time. I should not put it over there. So I should put it here because around 11 a.m. market can just simply take this high. So I'll take a bit risk over here and I'm good with that risk. How much is my risk? It's like $9, nine handle. So it's good to hold the nine handle risk over there. Just in case market really would love to take this high because the time, okay? Just because of the time, 11 a.m. So just 2 minutes left before the 11 a.m. So first candle, the PO3, right? PO3, open, higher, fall, close. This is how the PO3 works. So this area can do the manipulation above this high. So I think it's better to put my stop loss over there. Just a bit risk, man. Nine handle is good. So far, it's trading around 57 handle. Okay, so 57 handle, more than enough for being profitable. Mm, 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 mm. No, I'm afraid actually. I'll push my stop loss to the break even. Yeah, I'm just a bit afraid, so I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I don't care if I get a stopped out over here. I have already framed so many beautiful trade today. So many beautiful trade. Yeah, one losing trade. It's good. I'm afraid because this is the last candle that has closed inside this 15-minute gap. See, this gap is still holding the market from 15 minutes. So I'm just a bit afraid that market can just simply come until the 50% of this dealing is from high. to the low, the 50% is around that area. So either way, I'll get stopped out. So I don't think so. It's a good idea to put my stop loss around that area. It's better to put the stop loss to the break even. If it stop me out, I'll get stopped out to the break even. It would be awesome if I could manage 33 handle. It would be awesome. Remember the candle open, go higher before falling again. So this is called PO3. I'm just a bit afraid because, like if it really would love to go to the 50%, I'll simply get stopped out over here. That's why I just put my stop loss to the break even. Not exactly to the break even. I'll put it here. I'll better get stopped out around that area. Oops. Good. Some portion has been mitigated, I believe so. Yeah, it's still 33. I don't know why it's still 33. It should mitigate some losses out there. Yeah, I'm in profit for $17. They will update it a bit later, but eventually it's $17. Good, man. What did we do today? We let the buy go, then we framed the sell. Then this portion we let it go, then we framed this buy. After taking this buy, there was a selling opportunity which was a low probable sell, to be honest. High probable, I told about this one because that down close body close candle has traded the fair value gap, more importantly to this breakaway gap after the market structure shift. So I was thinking maybe it is not reversing from the 50%. Instead of that, it will go for the 6 on 8 level. That's why I say that this order block is an high probable order block to take the buy. Let me actually show this to you. See this market structure shift over here. You can see this one as a market structure shift, this one as a market structure shift. That was the fair value gap, more importantly to this breakaway gap. But this gap is more than enough. This is the lowest down close body close candle. This candle has closed above this candle. I want to see the buy from this order block. And I was thinking maybe this market will go back until the 6 on 8 level. So if I come here to here, 50%, 6 on 8 level, which is aligned with this first presented gap, also the balanced price range area. Okay. So here is another buying opportunity to me. I'm seeing this another buying opportunity. I don't know what you will see, but I'll go for this trade. See this market structure shift over here from the 50-minute last fair value gap around that area. Market structure shift. This is the breakaway gap. This is the entry gap. So I will never get the opportunity to enter. However, here is still like until the 50% of this dealing range, high to low, 50% whatever it is. But I think it's a very small trade, so I don't need to go for this trade. Let me actually see where is the 50%. Yeah, that is the 50%, which is aligned with this gap. So it's gonna be very small trade, like some kind of scalping. Buy from this gap, it's not going to give me that, I think. And from here, by covering this low, which is nearly impossible for me. So I'll just simply put it over there, 28 handle risk for this. I'm not going to take this trade because too many trades and too many, like chaos will become if it doesn't work. So I just don't want to go enter into this chaos. Rest of the time, I'll just, this was really a good opportunity. My mind is saying me to please go for it. Please go for it. Please go for it. They're just requesting me to go for this trade. Until this line, more importantly, until here. Like if I was in this trade, that should be the first partial, 28 handle, right? 28 handle 75. That should be the first partial. And I will simply hold the trade until this area. Let's see if it works or not. I'll just simply let this go. My stop loss has covered this 50-minute last fair value gap. That is the 50-minute last fair value gap. So from the 50-minute chart, you see this gap that is holding the market over here around that area. So it was just holding that area, but it has been broken, I guess. Good that I didn't take it. It is going to fall. You can frame the sell, but I am not interested to take the sell as long as it's not coming here. So still I'm watching this low because this low doesn't need to be taken. It can come over here anytime it will close above this entry gap. That is gonna be my re-entry opportunity. But yeah, it is what it is, Like I wanna see this market to come over here. Why I put my stop loss over here? Because below this low is too much. From this entry gap to until this low is too much. So I really don't want to put my stop loss over here. Instead of that, just cover this 50-minute gap. But I can see the wick did the damage, unfortunately. In this type of scenario, I have to just take the re-entry whenever it will close above this entry gap over here. It will close above this and I'm already in a trade by believing it will come around that area. It has to come over there. In other words, if I say this is the highest opportunity to take the buy from this water block, again, this is something like exactly like this type of things over here. But here the problem was the 50% has been traded. Here the benefit is the 50% is not being traded. So here it did the damage with the weak because I didn't put my stop loss below this low of this market structure shift low. Weak it did the damage, but eventually it has to come over here. Actually, I'm gonna take this. Not going to hold it for so long. Just gonna keep it over there. Just from this water block to until this line. Brother, it's not even 1:1. As I told you, like here, there is the line where it is high probability market will come. Okay. That is the line. Here, I have to at least cover this entry gap high, entry gap low. So I just simply push the one micro contract from this water block, validate here, this candle open, tap to this water block, and that's the partial. So this was the setup, but again, the low should be protected. Weak did the damage. Logic is it will come here, maximum here, or maybe it will just go a bit higher. But until here, it's more than enough for the retracement again. I mean for falling again. This 6 on 8 level is more than enough for the retracement again. Keep falling again. If it make any sense to you guys, okay. But to be honest, I'm not interested to continue the stream for today. I hope you got something. I hope Spain won. Yes, man. Yesterday was a fair game. Okay, to be honest, yesterday was a yes, it was a really fair game. Even though I'm a bit confused about the Spain first goal, why they denied that. It was an it was a pretty good goal in my opinion. But I really don't know why it actually didn't count it. There was any foul or not. But yeah, like Spain won. Is there anyone from Spain? By the way, my webcam is closed, right? Let me smoke on another cigarette, and then I'll reopen my uh, webcam. Am I thinking about buy? No way. Sorry, there is no buy, only sell. Okay, where did it came to the 6 on 8 level? Now it should fall again. This is called the reaction from this 50-minute gap. I could think about a buy if I have seen some short. Okay, this is a pure buy side, not a pure buy side, but it's a shallow run. This is a bit confusing actually because this is a shallow run. Does this market really would love to take this shallow run? I don't think so. It will fall. Is there anyone who is from Spain? Ah man, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nah, I'll just let this go. In a broken mind, you should not go for that. Any overall like 56 handle profit, I'm good with that. Who is from Spain? Is there is anyone who is from Spain? Come on, please let me know that. However, guys, how are going how you are going to rate the reading price action today? Like if I ask you about 10 out of 10, how much do you wanna give me out of 10? Small scalping. This one is unnecessary. Like stop loss here just below this 50-minute gap. Bad luck. It should be here because that could be like 45 handle. I can't do that. So this was the area I was thinking about that. This last one I'm going to remove this one because it's just frustration trade. Frustrated trade. Otherwise, this one is a 38 handle loss. This one is a 29 handle loss. That run has 175 handle. That run has 85 handle. That run has 36 handle. This run has 42 handle. Yeah, like something like that. That this is a wall I have done today. Amazing read, brother. I took a scalp with stop below the swing low. Okay, so you took that buy. Congratulations, Sujivan. Yeah, below that swing low, it was like 45 and live. Maybe I wouldn't go for that. By the way, Uchuk, 10 out of 10, you are going to give me 11. That's cool, man. I'd give you 9.5, brother, honestly. If it is an honest rating for both of you, like I'm really happy. At least, at least this market, the way I broke it. I deserve some respect. I think so, like that way. Like, yeah. Not only today, like every day. Look at every day's price action reading. How I'm reading the price action. Like, do you remember the Friday? Yeah, I missed a losing trade here. I took a losing trade over there, but then I framed this beautiful buy over here. And before that, I think I have framed another small scalping around that area, just a small scalp over here. One contract closed and then I stopped out to the break even. And then I took a loss over here, very small loss, 21 handle loss. Then I got this big run, that whole run on Friday. Like, if you go for the Thursday, what is the Thursday? I think this is the Thursday. Yeah, that is the Thursday. Around that Thursday. If you guys remember that fall and then this buy, I let this fall go, didn't take this buy, then took this buy over here from the order block, buy, boom, and then fall again. Small scalping for that fall, like every day except the Monday. Last week Monday was disaster. At least to me, it was not good actually. Uh, I don't want to force the trade anymore, but I'm seeing another buying opportunity for this obvious buy side liquidity around that area. Like when it will close out this gap, I can see another buying opportunity from there. I just don't want to force the market, okay? Because I don't want to get jazz over here. Like after this, if you are already profitable, you don't need to take this trade, okay? If you are already profitable, please don't take this trade. 23 handle. I don't care even if it doesn't take me over here. If I see this market structure shift, I'm gonna take the buy from the fair value gap. So I've got the market structure shift over here. I'm just gonna take the buy. Look here, this market structure shift, it is called the inside setup. Inside this 22 YT model, I have got this model. So any type of buy from this gap is a valid buy over here. So let's see if it can come to this gap over here to take me. Yeah, 28 handle risk is good. Let's see if it provide me that. If you're profitable, you don't need to take this. Okay. I wish it's not going to build another gap, because if it build another gap, I have to take the entry from this gap. I'm not going to do that. I'll just try to take the part trade over here. Else I'm going to do. I don't want to see not even a single body to close below this gap. Not even a single body to close below this gap. Okay, I'll put it there. Body close below this gap is not good. That's not good. If the body close below this gap, that is really disaster. Nobody should close below this gap. If it really would love to send the market higher. It's a trough parallel gap. According to the reclaimed gap and the trough gap, reclaimed gap body can close and it can trade the lowest down close body close candle open. That is called the reclaimed gap. But if it is going to work as a trough gap, nobody should close below the CE of this gap. Instead of closing below the CE, it should go higher and take the most recent buy side liquidity. So I'm gonna take a partial over here around 1:1, which is around that area. So I'm happy, okay, not by seeing that body didn't close. I'm really so happy. So I will wait for a candle to close above this candle so that I can trail my stop loss. That's gonna work as an order block. Again, if you are profitable, no need to take this trade, okay? Look, 1:1 partial, I'll try to take this 1:1 partial and then I'll try to hold the trade for this obvious liquidity, which is around that area. All I need to see a body close above this line so that I can move my stop loss below this candle. What I'm happy that body didn't close, because if the body closed below this, it's a low probable trade. It will close above this. I'm going to add more over here by trailing my stop loss. You'll watch it. Like, look, my loss is gone. Almost my loss is gone. If it doesn't take me, that is also cool. Okay, I don't care about that. If it doesn't take me, but if it takes me, I'll be able to enter over here again. I hope it will take me. Oh, just to buy a tick. Just to buy a tick. All I'm seeing here, my loss is gone over here. So right now, the loss is 14 handle because I'm heavy over here, right? I'm already in 4 micro contract. Okay, so this is not I'm going to take anymore, not going to add more. Why? Because this market has taken some sort of, okay, it didn't actually. This high is taken over here. So some sort of liquidity has been taken. So I'm not interested to add more. And instead of that, I'm gonna take the second partial over here, exactly around that area. Sell limit. Just above this high to the low of this old our 4-hour bullish gap. By how? By putting my stop loss to the break even over there. Okay, I'll actually make it 50 handle because 50 handle look good there. 50 handle. Okay, I have to be very careful about the mean threshold of this order block. Very careful about that. So the 50% is has been covered with my stop loss. Good. For example, it doesn't work. I don't care. I'm not taking any loss over here. Actually, not. I'm going to take some losses over here. Some losses I'm going to take over here. 6 handle loss I'm going to take. What do you see over here? Look at this. This is called the beauty of the market. This is going to give you the confidence that it is going higher again. So this risk is valid. Let's go for the maximum risk. So think like this is my new entry. I didn't take any partial over here. 30 handles so far it has provided. I need 20 more handle to get my next partial. I wish I'll get that. There is another partial level which is over there. The most worst thing over here is market didn't trade this order block. That is the worst part of scenario. Why it didn't trade that order block? I'm not liking these things. Why it didn't trade that order block? Is there unfinished business? Okay, that is an unfinished business. Market still didn't trade this gap. Okay. This high has taken these highs but didn't trade any fair value gap. So I don't need to worry about the quadrant level of this week. Okay. Come on, man. I need 18 more handles. 17, 19, 18, 20, 23, 25, 20, 27. I'm just not happy because market didn't trade that order block. If it would have traded that order block, I'd be so confident to hold the trade until this gap. But as the market didn't trade the order block, I think I'll close my trade over here. I think so, okay? But we'll see. Why it is rejecting from there? What do I have around that area? Okay, the order block low. This is too strong. I didn't expect that. What else do I have? The mean threshold of this order block, 4 hour chart, nothing. So I'm gonna mark this 4 hour gap. I'm gonna go back to 1 minute chart. Hmm. Seriously? Come on, come on. Close out this gap. Okay, I think I can put my stop loss to the break even. I mean, it's too far. See, where did it came to trade this order block? That is something I needed to see before this market to go higher. After trading this order block, my stop loss is at the break even. It's safe. So I hope it will give me this partial at least this time. Let's hope for the best. And then for this obvious liquidity, that's gonna be my next target. Obvious liquidity plus 5 handle. Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to move it a bit lower, just exactly to the low of this 4 hour gap. Just exactly to the low of this gap. Okay. I've already taken a partial of this trade, if you guys remember. So took the buy, took already a partial, trying to take the second partial over here. This is the second partial level for me. Okay, so I got the second partial. I'm gonna cover the gap 50% over here and the low of this gap. So one contract below the 50%, one contract just below this gap. By any chance, if it really doesn't want to take this obvious liquidity and the 50% plus 5 handle of this obvious liquidity, I'm good. All I don't wanna see this gap to fill 100%. I wanna see this gap to be unfilled. If it do that, I'm gonna hold my trade until this gap over here. If it leave that gap open like that way. I mean, if it fill this gap 100%, I will try to close my trade all the partial to close over here. If it close this gap 100%. If it doesn't do that, I'll try to hold the trade until this gap, which is an unfinished business, by the way. Let's hope for the best. I think I'm gonna take my most risk over here, like this way, because I've already got some partial. So if I even if I get stopped out with some partial like 17 handle, 20, 24 handle, I think is good. I can't look for this low. I can't look for this low. I can't look for this low. So what can I look for? No, I can't look for anything. But just the sake of this conversation from here to here, this is the 50%. Just cover the 50%. It's not like something 50% it needs to be traded. Just cover the 50%. That's all. Hey Jamie, boom for me. Congratulations for your boom. Brother, do you read the chat? Sometimes I read the chat. Sometimes I don't read the chat. Unfortunately, Mahir. Brother, yes, love your streams. So many things to learn. Thank you so much, Mahir. 75% of the dealing range. Is it trading? Like the upper, which dealing range? Bearish dealing range, bullish dealing range? You are expecting this market will reverse from here? Something like that? 15-minute inversion parabolic from 7:30 am holding price down. Careful. Okay. So you're thinking about the bearish. Titu, you are the best ICT trader. TP Power, thank you so much for, sorry, TP Pagar, T Pager. Thank you so much for that comment, man. Your logic and use of concept is amazing. Thank you so much, brother, for that compliment. I'm just expecting this buy side liquid. Like this is my interest. Okay. I'm not sure this will come here or not. I don't care about them. All I want to see this liquidity to be taken. This is obvious liquidity. That was my target. I want to see this to be taken. Okay. Rest of all, I don't care about them. Like it will keep going higher, it will fall again after that. I really don't care about that. So all I want to see this liquidity to be taken by leaving this gap unfilled. That will be awesome. I'm already profitable over here, I guess. Let me see. I just pushed the button because on that account I didn't want to. Okay, it is on already $143. So even if I get a stopped out over here, it will be some profit. It will add some more profit over here. It doesn't need to come over here again, but I highly appreciate if it can take this obvious liquidity because this is a very strong resistance zone, right? This can't be broken. So I'm seeing it as a resistance zone over here. This zone should be taken. This zone. Okay? That will be awesome. At least by leaving this gap unfilled, it should be unfilled. If it is not, then maybe I'll get stopped out. Even though it's in a huge profit right now. Okay, so something like this. Your entry is over here. Target is over there, which is 75 handle. Your stop loss is maybe below this. I'll just keep it for like that way. Okay, over here. So it's giving you like nearly 41 handle right now. So beautiful. Titu, you are the best ICT trader. Oh man, come on. So don't give me that type of title, man. We are all sharing our thinking process. Okay. Your logic and use of concept is amazing. Thank you so much, by the way, brother. I mentioned the 75% of dealing range earlier, brother. It's old information. Okay, I missed the comment. It's, sorry for missing some of your comment, brother. Your entry model is only water block. No, I didn't take this trade from the water block. I took this trade from the fair value gap. More importantly, to this trough fair value gap. I call it trough fair value gap. Please don't think that I'm rebranding ICT concepts. I have to give some name, right? Because ICT didn't explain this. So I had to give some name to this gap. This is called the trough fair value gap, where market will fail to take this high, it will fail to take this low. So when it is trading this gap and it went through this gap, when it came here, people will take the sell. What do they think? This market is going to fall. Take this low over here at least. If it inverse, then they will take the buy here and will think at least the high will be taken. What the market has done? It went higher, didn't take this high. When it went through this, didn't take this low. So what is this gap right now? It's a trap gap. Next time when it closed above this gap, I'm interested to take the buy from here by believing not even a single body is going to close below the 50% of this gap. So I took the entry from this trap gap, from that specific gap. Also, I got this internal 22 buy model. So this was not a order block trade. My first entry, which I framed today, was this order block. So that was an order block trade. But here, that was not an order block trade. This entry was based on this trap gap. More importantly, inside 22 buy model. Like if you want to add that, brother. Okay. Do you still think the World Cup is favor Argentina? Congrats to Spain, they have great team. There's just one game that was fair against. I mean, it was against Argentina because Argentina doesn't play fair. Didn't play fair in this whole World Cup, in my opinion. Like yesterday's game was absolutely fair. That's why they got the red card, they got the yellow card. Even their coach got the yellow card because that was a fair game. But if you watch previous games, that was disaster. But FIFA fared, I mean, favored them a lot throughout all of this World Cup, in my opinion. I know you are an Argentine supporter, but yeah, Jamie, I respect all of this, okay? But, like, I didn't like the game. The way Argentina played, I didn't like it. Who else is over here an Argentine support? But eventually, Spain won. Congratulations for them. I'm not a Spain supporter, I'm a Brazil supporter. So of course I am just happy. Anyone take the World Cup, I don't care because Brazil is out already. They're out, so I really don't care. And to be honest, I was feeling bad for Messi. I respect him as a good player, not as a good player, one of the best players. So I respect him, to be honest. But yep, rest of all, I have no word to say about that. By the way, guys, I think I have to fix my stop loss. Okay, no, I actually fixed the stop loss. I thought that my stop loss is just aligned with the lower quadrant of this fair value gap, but I can see that my stop loss is below the lower quadrant of this stop loss. I mean, lower quadrant of this gap. So I think okay. I got a stop out already. One contract is gone. Another contract is just below this unfilled gap. I want to see this gap to be unfilled. So another contract is just below this gap. Still, some portion of this gap is unfilled. Let's see. It can leave this gap unfilled like that way, or does it want to stop me out? I mean, if it do that, I'm cool with that. Already we are in the lunch hour, so no need to force the market to give me a boom. Even if I get stopped out over here, I'll get some like 20 handle, something like that. Okay, I got stopped out. Yeah, it's done. I think now it will go ahead and hit the target. I don't care. I wanted to see this to be unfilled. It is not unfilled. I'm not interested because overall this market is bearish. So I think guys, we have done good job today. In my funded, I just got $200. Oh man, I'm not expecting this. It will come over here. I didn't expect like this. Why it doesn't take this buy side? It should be taken that buy side and give me some more handle, 25 more handle over there. But it's good. I took on partial here. I took on partial here. I got a stopped out around the break even. Happy, happy, happy. I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion, and you are still my friend. Oh man, Come on, don't take it personal, okay? It's not a personal thing. We all love this is just a game, okay? This Argentine player, this Brazilian player, they don't even know us. Who the hell we are? They even don't know us, okay? To be honest, like this is just a game and we just enjoyed the game. That's all, brother. I mean, even Argentina won the World Cup. This is what, okay? Spain won the World Cup. Good. Good for them. Good for us. We all are friend, okay? Hey, Jamie, you're so serious about the game, man. I'm not that much serious. I hate this market. Why it closed the gap 100%? Come on. Yeah, the fair value gap low was respecting, but really like this way? Come on. It is not acceptable. I hate you, market. Hey, Jamie. Next time, okay? Next time. 15-minute inversion is holding price 1430. Man, it can keep falling. Okay. All I would love to see this market to clear this obvious liquidity. That's all I want to see. Okay. Eventually, this will fall, maybe, or it will go higher. I don't care. But for me, this should be taken. Now, I really didn't expect this is going to be filled 100%. I really wanted to see this taken, and then maybe it will be filled, and I will start to look for sell. But unfortunately, like without clearing this liquidity, it fill this gap 100%. Now, respecting with this old gap and going to take this buy side liquidity, everything is going to happen, but I'm not in the trade. So this is absolutely bad luck. Also like that way. Next time, okay? But I think it was a good day. I mean, how many of you are green today? You should be green. If you are not green, come on, man. Nothing, no excuse is going to be acceptable over here because this is one of the best day for our trading. Like everything was perfect over here. Yeah, I know a story. If you are still over here, I framed a losing trade by saying this is an high probable buy, but that was a very small trade. I mean, a small loss. It's cool, man. It's cool. We all are friends. Still, we are friends. Story. If you are still over here, I told you all that Spain was going to win. Yeah, man. You told me that. Suzivan told me that. I like. I'm happy for Spain. Okay, they won the World Cup. They deserve it because they deserve it. They won the World Cup. Like if Argentina won the World Cup, that is also good because they played right. Even the yeah in football, there is some kind of like this thing keep happening from the beginning of the football history. But it's cool, man. It's cool. Like we are the supporters. Okay, I'm against Argentina, so I'll say bad about Argentina because I don't like them. And you are against Brazil, you will say something bad about Brazil. Okay, maybe you are a Messi fan, I'm a Ronaldo fan, so I'll say Ronaldo is the goat. You will say Messi is the goat. But I see that both Ronaldo and Messi, both of them are the goat, really goat. Okay, they are the greatest of all time. But I don't want to say that Ronaldo is the GOAT and Messi is nothing, or Messi is the GOAT, Ronaldo is nothing. I'm not interested to say like that way. Both of them has shared the same stage for a long period of time with a lot of achievements. So I really respect both of them. I just ignore those people who are like arrogant. They say like Ronaldo is nothing and Messi is everything, or Messi is nothing, Ronaldo is everything. I just hate them. And come on, there is another opportunity to take the buy. I'm not interested to take it, but there is another opportunity to take the buy. And this time, the market should not close this gap 100%. But it's okay. Let it go. I'm in rate $90. Let it go, man. Let it go. $90, let it go. $90, let it go. Come back tomorrow or at least the PM session. At least the PM session. Don't force the market. Don't do anything. I was in like, man, I'm sharing this, right? Like, it's now green everything. But previously I shared with you like how you should walk away with the red. But here it's green actually. Unfortunately, I can't show this. Where is my eval? Okay, I think this is my eval. Like over here, look, I have just made $56. Yeah, I did some mess up today. I mean, I missed those trade. Oh, that was disaster. But yeah, eventually, like, don't gamble. A small profit, a small loss. Sometimes I see like $56. I could take the trade over here. That trade I could take it over there. I just didn't take it. I switched the account, traded over there. See, I have to make like $860. I could try that on over here. It would be like $320. So another $260 is less than over here. So $600. No, I don't need to do that. Simply come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the better opportunity. Okay, even thought I have a family from. Okay, so you have a family from Argentina. I highly respect Jamie. Argentina is a good team, man. Argentina is one of the best team, man. When it comes to pretending the World Cup, we are all retail crowd. Look for the opposite of what the world was expecting. That's all I did when I said Argentina would lose. Yeah, that is also a great, like when the Spain won the World Cup. The first thing I remembered that you told about the gambling, like the way FIFA was favoring them. Everyone was building. Okay, they were believing Argentina is going to win the World Cup. So they have put all of their money, whoever is the gambler, real gambler, they put all of their money on behalf of Argentina, because they are like, I was confident. I was like 99.99% sure that Argentina is going to win because they got favored from the FIFA every single game. You will agree with it or don't agree with it, I don't care. But this is just the politics, a gambling system. Later I find it out. Okay, so actually they were doing it intentionally, letting Argentina to go until the final. And when everyone is 100% confirmed Argentina is going to win the World Cup, you know, you see, you watch the previous game, right? Like Argentina was nothing yesterday. Like it was, seems like they don't know how to play like that way, right? So many pressure on them, like 99% possibility it was just fixed. Something like the big player, they actually did this. I think like that way. We don't know the internal news. The people know the internal news, but it seems like that way. I'll say, because I have a lot of videos that I can prove that Argentina was favored by the FIFA. Uh, Lot of proofs, okay? In every single game, in everything. Like out of the last 11, not 11, 12, 13, 14, last 14 game on a World Cup, they got 8 penalty. They are the only team they got 8 penalty out of 14 games. Like whenever they were in risk, they got the penalty every time. But this is what it is, like still. But I think this is all about the gambling. So people are thinking they are going to win. They started to gamble on behalf of Argentina, and the market makers simply changed the overview of the game. Overall, it was a World Cup. Let's see what is going to happen on 2030. We are going to get the hexa. That's for sure. Even if you are the Argentine supporter, I don't care. We are going to get the hexa. We are going to wear a six star. Okay, one of jersey. Wait for it. Jamie, wait for it. Okay, we are coming. Exactly, brother. FIFA was rigged from the beginning in order for the multi-billion-dollar gambling industry to make money. I think so. It happened like this way. It happened. Oh man, if I keep a stay over here, I will start to go for a trade because now I have found another 22 bear model for the next sell side liquidity. Remember here, where was that? That sell side liquidity around that area. This is one of the best beautiful sell models. So if I stay over here, I'll end up with taking some other trade. So I want to lock the account. Let me help the locking the account, and then I'll close the stream. This is really a good thing, okay, to lock the account. Thank you so much, Suzivan. I think Suzivan, you showed me this manual locking account, right? You or Utshuk, I don't remember who actually showed me this. But thank you so much, whoever showed me this. I love to do that. It helps me a lot. And then I can focus on to play chess. By the way, I'm in okay, so end of the day, lock account. Okay, so my both of the account is locked, and on chess I'm in 1400 elo. I'm a good student, guys. Really, I'm a good student. CHE. I'm a good student because I'm just playing it for 31 days right now. Okay. So I'm playing the 31 days, and my elo is right now like 1400. If you really know about this elo, then how can I show this? Okay, just a second. Like, where is the elo? I can show this to you. Okay, yeah, it's $1,455. So just by 31 days, I got the 1400 plus elo. It's awesome, brother. It's awesome. I'm not going to start the game, by the way, but I'm playing it so beautifully. If I if I don't lock my account, I will just start to look for this sale over here from the 22 YT model. I just don't want to trade over here anymore. Okay, Suzivan, you did. Okay, you guys actually helped me. Thank you so much, man. Tito, I have 2000 yellow point in chess. Oh man, you're better than me. I'm gonna chase you. 2000, right? So you have 2000. I'm gonna chase you. Man. I'm just 31 days older in chess game. Okay, so I'm gonna chase you. Don't worry. But I think you will do well in chess because you are a good trader. You think about retail trade. You are trying to add everything with trading, man. This is how we trader actually judge ourselves. Like whenever we are doing something we try to add something with the with trading. By the way, let me actually frame this trade. Let me see if I were in this trade, it would work or not. Stop loss is over there. Did I do the good thing or bad thing? I need to see that. This is launcher, okay? So I can put my stop loss above this high because that is the 35 handle maximum. But I don't think so. I would put my stop loss over there. I would cover just the opening of this gap. Just the opening of this gap. Maybe a bit higher because we can did the damage. So maybe around 29 handle. I would go like that way. And my target could be this rejection block, at least the partial. I'm just watching, okay, if it could work or not. I'm not taking in this trade. I've already logged the account. This is the launch hour, so I wouldn't go for this. This is a really on awesome bear model from the 22. So I really would love to see if it would work or not. Guys, keep this in your mind, okay? Just see if it works or not. As top close body close candle is going to work as a bearish order block by closing below. If I ever see like this gap has been broken from 22 YT model, I don't get afraid. Because for example here, when I talked about this market structure shift, fair value gap and this closed below this, I really don't care about them because even if it closed below this, the order block is going to be built over here. So I really don't care about that. For example, right now here, I don't think that I'm in a big problem over here. Yeah, I can see this buy side obvious liquidity. Maybe the market will go higher over there, but I'm not afraid over here in this type of scenario where I see the gap has been closed by a strongly bull candle. I always respect this type of candle because that build the confusion for the buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. Now some people will start to use this as a buy as inverse gap and they'll take the buy. Maybe it will go higher, maybe it will fall. I don't care, but really I don't care about this type of gaps or this type of run when the market create them, because as long as this high is not taken, this is an high probable selling opportunity. Even if I get stopped out, this high is not taken, closed below this gap or below the order block, I love to take the sell. Remember this candle when tap here, I took the buy, yeah, until the 50%, but eventually it went higher. And it's going to take that buy side as well. But I'm not in this trade. It's the launch hour. I don't care about the price action inside the launch hour. I would love to come back again around 12:50. PM session, good trade. I'll go for that. If I see something good around the PM session, I'll share this to you guys with our Discord. Otherwise, I'll just go. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Until the next time, cheers, guys. Have a good day, Wizard. Thank you, Jamie. Hey, man, please don't mind. Okay, this is all about the game, man. We are just friends. But yeah, see you tomorrow, brother. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys. Don't forget to push the like button, guys, before closing the stream.